In this lecture, I want to talk about attitude because it is extremely important that you understand how your attitude is going to affect your learning. Let's give you an example. I'm a teacher in the classroom and I can easily see some of the kids that are going to learn, and I'm going to easily be able to see some of the kids that are not going to learn. And it's simply because of their attitude, right? You get those kids that come in and they're anxious and they're ready to learn. Right? They sit down, they have their pens and pencils out, they got their paper, they're organized, they're ready to rock and roll. And then you get some of those kids that roll in, they don't have any materials, and they look at you like it's the last place that they want to be. And it can be very discouraging as a teacher. However, it can also be very motivating because if you can get those kids to learn, it can be very rewarding as a teacher and very exciting as well. So let's talk about attitude a little bit more in depth. First, I want you to ask yourself right now, what is your attitude towards learning? Do you enjoy learning, or do you feel that learning is kind of a burden to you? If you feel that learning is a burden, well, it's going to be just more difficult for you to learn. If you think that learning is a fun thing to do and it's a process and you're going to benefit from it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to learn. Now, that sounds so basic and so simple, but you know what? It really is. And I really want you to understand how much your attitude is going to affect your learning. If you have a poor attitude, you're not going to learn very much. I'm just going to be honest with you. I look at the students in my own class, and when they have poor attitudes or they're whining about things, I don't want to learn about that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this homework. I'm bored. Are you going to learn very much? No, absolutely not. You're not going to learn very much, and you're going to be struggling through the rest of this course. Now, if you have a positive attitude and say, wow, you know what, I have an open mind to this, and I really do want to learn how to get better at learning because it's going to help me as a person. I'm going to be able to have better relationships, better results in life, work, business, whatever it may be. If you have that attitude, I guarantee you're going to be able to pick up on things much quicker and much easier because you have an openness and a willingness to learn. Attitude, that's where it starts. Sit down and ask yourself, what kind of attitude do you have? Now, I understand that we're not all perfect, and some days are definitely better than others, but I challenge you, I really do challenge you to have a positive mindset and a positive attitude. Don't be like one of my students who comes into class and very unprepared, not wanting to learn and not having an open mind and a willingness to learn. Come eager, come hungry, come wanting to get better. If you do that, if you have that mindset and that attitude, I guarantee you're going to get a lot out of this course and you're going to have an amazing time learning, and you're going to really learn more about yourself and you're going to learn about the learning process in general. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this lecture. Again, it all starts here, up in our head, up in our mind. Have a good positive attitude. It's very powerful and essential to becoming a successful lifelong learner and a super learning machine. So I look forward to teaching you more in our next lectures, and thank you again for joining me here today.